Hey everybody, it's the Berg Bracket Final Four, and we promised a special guest analyst, prognosticator. The mayor will do, right?
Yeah.
Mayor Bill Peduto, thanks,
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So, what do you think of how we got here so far? We ended up with, so everybody knows, we have Edgar Snyder and Bridges versus Permanis and the Terrible Tao. We were surprised that Mr. Rogers and...
Without a doubt, you know, coming out of that bracket, I probably had Edgar somewhere, well, definitely after Pittsburgh, Dad, but, you know, in my office, I keep Mr. Rogers' book, and I had him actually as a potential winner in this entire tournament. So what a big upset, you know, and I don't think many people saw it coming. Edgar definitely, you know, with the 3-pointers, was able to defeat Mr. Rogers.
We were trying to figure out, we don't have an up-groove policy on recounts, but it might have met the requirements of a mayoral recount if we needed. I mean, because I think anything under 100 votes would probably need us to maybe go back. But
well, I mean, we have to give credit where credit's due. As we know, for the past 30 years, Edgar Snyder has never aged.
Yes, and you don't want to do a recount with a guy who's a lawyer. Like, that's sort of...
Yeah, and you really, you know, I may have Mr. Rogers' book here, but you never want to have a lawyer's book in a political office.
That's absolutely true, Mr. Mayor. All right, so we've also got Bridges coming out of that round.
Yeah.
I think this was probably maybe the favorite going through, but the Incline did put up a fight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was the expected battle that you really thought about Pittsburgh. You're thinking Incline versus Bridges. Could have gone either way. Bridges, obviously, another strong candidate for the final.
I felt bad for Incline in this matchup, Mr. Mayor, because there are so many Bridges and there are so few Inclines.
Well, it's not only that, it's being put against Bridges this early in the tournament. You know, it could have come down to the final two if Incline was in a different bracket. So that happens.
So we've also got a food bracket. This was an epic region in general. I mean, you can just look. The Sweet 16 involved Potato Patch, Permanis, Heinz, and Mancini's. We ended up with Permanis versus Heinz. Permanis comes out. They are looking real strong.
Well, you gotta be surprised. These are the young guys in the tournament. You know, Heinz has been around since the 1860s. You expect it to be, you know, the brand that is the brand of Pittsburgh worldwide. But people like their Permani sandwiches.
I think, too, what interests me here, Mr. Mayor, is, all right, so you put French fries on a Permanis, yet Permanis still prevails. You would put Heinz on something, yet Permanis still prevails. I mean, that maybe the secret is to be the combination as opposed to the one individual element.
Well, I think, you know, you're seeing the up-and-comers now. And the long-time establishment that had been champions in the past sometimes can't take it with the team with the speed. We saw that in the Stanley Cup playoffs. We see it again right here on the bracket.
Well, and also, I mean, Pittsburgh, a young town now. We are, you know, we've got the millennial crowd, so this doesn't surprise me.
No, fries on everything.
This one shocked me. Now, I gotta be clear here. Mario Lemieux probably had the toughest route to get anywhere. He had to take on Sidney Crosby, then Roberto Clemente, then the Immaculate Reception, and then after all that, he gets to the Terrible Tao. I thought Mario was the favorite going in. He doesn't advance past the Terrible Tao, and it wasn't as close as I thought.
You know, Ace just doesn't have the legs that he had back in the 90s. So
that's his words, not ours.
Well, you know, it happens when you get over the 5-0. So, you know, the Terrible Tao is one of those consistent parts of Pittsburgh sports. You're going to see it now, and you're going to see it in the future. You still see Mario, and we have to give him credit for everything that he did on and off the ice. But I think it was the more off the ice Mario against the Tao. Go back in the 90s and put the on the ice Mario, and you probably are looking at the champ.
And it's Lenten season, so we can just say, look, Mario's got bigger fish to fry. He's trying to win a Stanley Cup for back-to-back for a second time. So, I mean, look, it would be a nice consolation prize if he can't win the up-groove bracket to get the Stanley Cup again, right?
And I think that would be an absolutely fantastic trade-off, yes.
All right, so here we are, Mr. Mayor, Bill Peduto, here at up-groove. We got the Berg bracket.
Yeah, you got the ageless Edgar Snyder up against Bridges. I mean, anything can happen, obviously, but I got to go with Bridges. They're the icon of Pittsburgh.
Do you feel, though, Edgar is going to be hurt by the layoff now? He had such a strong run through that last weekend. Is this layoff going to hurt him at all?
Well, it may a little bit, but you can't take away the fact that he beat Mr. Rogers.
I think that takes a lot out of him.
Well, it does. It also guarantees you purgatory, if not straight to hell.
Again, His words, not ours, but we kind of agree with that. You know, you take down Mr. Rogers, you deserve what you're going to get. And then this is epic here because I would say a true Pittsburgher would never wipe the remnants of a Primanti sandwich on the terrible towel, but we know what happens in this town if you mess with the towel. The towel gets its revenge.
Without a doubt.
Is that where you're leading?
I would even say a true Pittsburgher wouldn't even put the paper that comes on the Primanti sandwich down onto the towel.
True.
The towel stays on its own. The towel is never covered. If the towel ever touches the ground, you're ordered to burn it. So I see the towel going up against Bridges.
And do you dare make a prediction in that epic Towel-Bridges final for the Burke bracket?
It's almost like on Pittsburgh to put one against the other, isn't it?
It is true. What we need is a terrible towel to cloth the bridge. That's what we need. If they're doing like construction or repairs.
We almost did that with the Liberty Bridge in order to put that fire out.
Yeah. Well, that's because terrible towel's the only thing that could have done it.
Yeah, probably. The Bridges against Towel. Boy.
You don't have to make a pick. It's the mayor's prerogative not to make a pick here. That's fine.
I just want to see how close I get. I'm going with Bridges.
All right. And you'll invite Bridges to the mayor's office for the championship celebration?
We'll have them all march down Grant Street, yeah.
And you have each of them. You have UpGroove on your phone, right?
Yeah, of course I do. Absolutely. And the other challenge with this too will be, you know, traffic's going to be a little backed up while the parade is happening. So
yeah,
we're just going to ask people to use the bike lanes.
We're used to parades now, so the bike lanes, that's the way to go. Right?
Yes. Yep.
So all right, Mr. Mayor, thanks for participating in the Burke bracket.
Hey, something of this importance, you can't not be a part
and
of
in
it.
campaign season too. I mean, you're really making time for this.
I'm making all the time. Yes, I am, Rob.
Appreciate it.